right, we just sent the invite, and you. There's
Hey! What's up, guys?
How are you?
I'm great. How are you guys doing?
Good. I love the red hair.
Oh, thanks. This little monstrosity. It's called Bedhead. Thank you. Hey, what's up, guys?
How are you doing? I'm John with Ground Sounds. I'm John.
John. Hi, John. And you
Jesse.
are? Say it again.
Jesse.
John and Jesse. Yeah. That's what's up. Well, thank you so much, guys, for having me.
Yeah, it's so great to have you on
here.
Yes.
Oh my God, especially on today. Like, you know, it's International Women's Day. So when my management told me, hey, you got this interview, I was like, that's dope. Wait a minute. And it's Women's Day. It's lit. It's lit.
Right. Yeah.
We are here to celebrate all the women out there.
Yes.
MJ for being a beautiful, lovely woman who's out there putting on some fresh new music.
Yeah, yes. Rocking out with Carousel and all that. That's great.
That's what's up. So you guys like it. So
yes,
it's good.
Yes. Oh, so okay. I have my first question for this. What caused you to do kind of that accordion in the beginning to kind of start it off?
Okay, so I'm a super geek. So if you guys are down
to really
know the backstory,
I want to hear this.
Okay, many times people ask me, generalized questions. Oh, what's your type of music? Or what did you grow up listening to? What's your aesthetic? And I say the same thing. I listen to a plethora. I'm a beautiful mess of an artist and a musician. I can fall into anything. I don't listen to anything specific. I pretty much am a mood person. I'll wake up, what is my mood? And now with the way DSPs are set up, Spotify, Apple Music, I'll just go to a mood, or I'll say, okay, Siri, give me R&B 90s or what have you. So before I was making Carousel, I was actually listening to a Sergio Mendes album titled Brasilero. And it was all African, Afro beats, just true essence of Brazilian music and African beats and essence. And it's a really great album. It's a whole different vibe. But my father used to play it in the background as a kid, and I grew up listening to all these different sounds. So when I flew to see my producer, who's also like my brother from another, I flew out to Ohio. Shout out to Ohio.
Yes, Ohio.
Ohio,
in Columbus right now. Yes.
Oh, shit, I didn't know that. Wow.
You didn't know? Oh, yes. Oh, get in here. Hold on. Yes. Tell him. Hold on. Yes.
He missed it. Okay, I'm going to recap. I was just saying that I flew out to go see my producer, my partner, shout out, who's out in Ohio. And I said, shout out to Ohio.
Oh,
and he was like, oh, we're in Columbus. I was like, oh, shoot. So he's out in, I used to go to Dayton and Springboro. So Ohio's like my second home. Truly.
I'm from Dayton.
Hey! Look, second home. Dayton is the spot. It's where a lot of music was birthed out of Dayton. Yes. I love me some Donato, some Rally. As an artist, I really should not be eating those things, but I always got to get me a pie or like a Donut Palace. Oh my God.
Oh, Gina's Donut Palace. Oh my God.
When you come to Ohio next, you got to come through Ground Sound Studio, right?
You know what? Absolutely. I'm due for a trip. I don't know if my producer jumped in because he's over there right now. He lives over there with his wife, and that's where his studio is. That's where we recorded Carousel. So the next time I'm due for a trip, I absolutely will hit you guys up.
Yes.
So wait,
absolutely.
Where are you right now? Are you in New Jersey, LA, or where are
I'm in the New York area right now.
Oh, you're in New York. Okay, solid. Nice.
Yeah.
How long have you been in New York for?
Well, I was born in Queens, raised in Jersey, but I go back and forth. I've been in New York all my life. My parents have been here. Well, they're immigrants, so they've been here for pretty much their entire life, but I was born here.
What was it like growing up with parents who migrated here to America, and that experience for you as a first generation?
Humbling. You know, my roots are truly planted. It's about hard work and work ethic. I absolutely did not grow up with a silver spoon, not even a plastic spoon, to be honest. But seeing both my parents really have them carry their roots from their country, my mom being from Greece, my father being from Mexico, and it was the American dream for them. So coming in to survive, and okay, New York City, the city that never sleeps, and if you can make it here, you can make it anywhere. And I never saw them stop their hustle, and also I never saw them release their humility and their humbleness. So that always instilled with me. So I say I'm a pretty lucky woman to have had those roots instilled in me, and still to this day, they still, it circulates in the back of my brain. Just remain humble, keep working, stay consistent, gratitude. So yeah, that's what it's like growing up with my parents.
Right on. Yeah, it sounds like a blessing. You saw them work hard on the grind, and they instilled that in you.
Yeah.
Now you're just and now you're sprouting up too here in America, living an American dream, living your dream, and bringing that to fruition.
Yes, let's celebrate that real quick.
Yes.
But yeah, huh?
Tell us a little bit about living your dream and your dream in music and everything.
I mean, back to my father. My father actually came to the United States because he was spotted by a very wealthy and known club owner that flew to Acapulco, Mexico, saw my father with his band, loved what he was doing, the aesthetic. My dad had a band called Caliente, and they were doing all the Earth, Wind, and Fire, Cool in the Gang type stuff. And they were like, hey, I love you guys. You guys got to come to America. I want you to come to New York. So that was my father's opportunity to really like expand on his dream. So him being a multi-instrumentalist, there was music everywhere. So I was the lucky baby born into, again, a beautiful musical mess and being curious. I will say that's the one thing that my father did not do. He didn't push music on me. He actually didn't want me to go into music. He played that reverse psychology game on me. He's like, oh, you don't want none of this. Oh, what you know about that? Don't touch daddy's, headphones. And I would be like, what are you talking about? I don't like the word no. So it just showed that I really wanted it, and my father just was my guide. I call him my Mr. Miyagi. He never made anything easy. However, he would explain the path, and he would have me work for it. So just me being who I am today, as passionate as I am about music as I was as a little girl, again, it's really back to the roots. My father, there were roots that were planted, and it was up to me to just continue to water the seeds. And I'm just grateful for that support from my parents, because I know that there's people that sometimes say, oh, wow, you're so lucky to have that particular type of support. And I say, yes, I had the support, but it was not easy. It was like, okay, you want this? Show us. And we got you. It wasn't just, oh, here, whatever you want. But inside of living my dream, inside in music, there's really nothing else that I would be doing or would want to do other than being a creator inside of a music conversation. So really excited about that.
Did we talk about the inspiration carousel yet?
Yeah, right when I was telling you see what shifted was Ohio, and then it was Ohio.
Okay. All right.
No, that blew up. That blew my mind right when you said that, because I knew I had read a little bit that you had a producer that had been out here, and so I didn't know how that was actually going to come up. And boom, she threw it out right off rip.
You see how I find ways to weave it together. But no, truly, shout out to my brother from another, Tyrese Jones, aka Ty Jams. Truly, Dayton is where Dayton is where it's at, and he had his first studio, and just to see him grow. I mean, my roots, again, I'm going to bring up this word a lot. It was the foundation is New York mixed with Dayton, mixed with Ohio, all the sounds that came out of it. So I know you were asking, how did the carousel and the accordion in the beginning come up? And I'll just briefly go back a little bit. I was listening to the Sergio Mendes album, and he has this amazing album called Brasilero that is all impacted with Brazilian roots, African roots, drums, heavy rhythms, choir and sounds. It's really amazing if you guys like to listen to different stuff outside of what's going on. And I flew to Ohio, and Tyrese was like, hey, what you listening to these days? He's always curious. He likes to pick my brain, and it's always a party. I'll land, we'll go to Myers or Kroger, and we'll get some snacks, and we'll get some drinks, and we'll just plop in the kitchen. And he's like, all right, let's go, let's get lit, but let's listen to music. And that's really how a vibe is created. We don't put a lot of pressure. Oh, it's time to make music. We just kind of just be. And I was playing him some stuff from that album, and there's this one song, think it's called Conjuntos. And it's and I just started vibing out. I'm like, isn't this dope? And he's looking at me like, yeah, okay. I'm in my own element, but we found a live YouTube performance from a woman performing with the instrument that you actually hear in Carousel. And it comes, so we kind of took those elements and we took a little piece of and we put it in the song, and then he just started putting the beat, so when it hits you, it's like, okay, you don't know if you want to groove to it or vogue to it, twerk to it.
You're ready to get up.
It just hits you.
Like, oh wait, it just gets that beginning part. Like I just loved it because I'm like, oh.
Yeah, it's like a perk up. It's like a perk up. Like, wait a second.
Something's happening, man.
Yeah. So Tyrese, he really is the brains, and he goes, I think I got something. Give me a minute. And then he went to his little cave and he did what he did. And he's like, all right, come in here. I think I got something. The way it hit me, because it just starts off, you don't know where it's going. You're like, okay, accordion, flute, what's happening here? And then blah, 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 blah. I was like, oh my God. I started dancing. If it doesn't make me dance or groove or jump out of my seat, then it's something I can't work with at the moment. But because it did, then the song was born literally in seconds.
Right. You need something that gives you a little high energy, keeps you moving right now. Huh?
Yeah, it did. And it was just words were spitting out. We weren't sitting there like, okay, what are we going to call this? I was just like, okay, doesn't it sound like she's saying Carousel? And he goes, no, but we can make it work. So yeah, that's pretty much how that song was created.
Awesome. Now a lot of people might know you from The Voice too, correct? Just a little about being on The Voice and working with, you were on Team Usher, right?
Yeah.
Like, how long ago was that for you?
It was a couple of years back. To be completely honest, it was a full circle opportunity, because actually when the season first started, season 1 into 2, I was actually asked to come participate, because they have like a recruiting system and company, right. And they go out to get the best of the artists, the best of the best, wherever they can, and YouTube or whatever. And they had reached out to me at the time, and there was a couple of things that happened. Old management, it just didn't work out, and I ended up leaving, and they didn't know what happened to me. So it was a full circle a couple seasons later, and then Usher, I'm like, oh man, Usher's on it. I love Usher. I would love to do it if it was him. And just so happens, the right time, the right person, the right email, I was able to make contact with them. And they were like, we've been looking all over for you. Oh my God, absolutely. Come audition for us. So I had a quick audition, and then being on the show and making it, everyone knew in the production team that I loved Usher, and I would have immediately picked him. Which, to future artists, don't tell people what you want, because then they kind of craft it that way. You'd be like, whatever coach turns around. But I was very adamant. Nope, Usher. I don't care about anybody else. I just want Usher. So I'm really grateful that he did turn around for me. And being on his team, it was so real. I will say, what you see on TV is actually also what you get behind the scenes, but even more. Very intellectual. He's open to sharing his knowledge, his passion, his feedback. He's extremely spiritual. He's motivating, and he likes to just kick it. He was one of the only coaches that I saw that wanted to meet with his participants, like not during filming. Just, hey, I just want to catch a vibe with you. Who are you?
What's up? Hey,
yeah. And I really appreciate him. Even before me, like, kind of leaving and departing the show, he took time to pretty much stop the entire production because we were in pre-taping, and he just came to me, and he was just like shaking my hand, and he's like, listen, when one door closes, another will open. I'm like, listen, I completely understand. I understand how this goes. And he's squeezing my hand. He's like, do you hear what I'm saying? When one door closes, another will open. And that always stayed with me. I felt like he sent me a different message because there was so much going on. But the greatest thing also that he left with me is really about being authentic and being my true self. And he said the F word. He dropped the F bomb. He was like, forget what everyone else thinks about you. Yes, you're this. Yes, you're that. You're a woman. And yes, the way that you look. But no, you have a gift. and you get to own that gift and share it with the world unapologetically. Luck favors the prepared. And I'm just like, damn, that was good. Did y'all get that? I mean, they didn't air that part, but it's like embedded in my brain. And I'll always be so grateful for that piece of The Voice because of those moments that I had with him. It just made me love him and appreciate and respect him more than I ever did.
Yeah, Usher was dropping some knowledge. Of course, so behind the scenes, it sounds like it's really there. And another way too that some people wouldn't have even thought of or have known of, especially.
Exactly.
Yeah, and yeah, he was giving you wisdom on success and stuff, like when preparation kind of meets opportunity. And you've been preparing just and being prepared on this musical journey for a long time. What do you see coming next? What's happening? What are you looking forward to?
I'm looking forward to continuing the buildup of Carousel because it's just now brewing, and I'm just so glad all the feedback and this interview and just people's responses. It's really exciting. It's getting me giddy again, like being like a 5-year-old running around. And I was sharing this with my management that I want to feel that again. I want to feel giddy and excited about stuff. So I'm excited about the growth of Carousel. We have a remix coming out with Carousel I'm excited about. We got some DJs that have been sending me
What was it like filming the music video? Tell us about making the music video.
The music video was dope. I mean, just like where music is going, it's about being creative. So I'm grateful to still be consistent inside of that. And the music video was me just gathering a group of friends that are very talented, and we're just down for the love. I was like, listen, I want to shoot this. Are you down? I don't have much. They were like, no, we love you. We love the vision. Let's go. And we just all got together and basically shot it in my area, in my apartment. And it was just it was something we threw together, and it ended up really coming out like amazing. So yeah, it was like a full house up in here. I was okay. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. It was nothing masterfully created. It was just all of us like, hey, let's shoot here. Let's shoot here. This is dope. Okay, let's do this. Put this on. Cool. Let's go. Film.
You run with a circle of creative friends that are just dancers, I imagine, too, right? Just performers, creatives.
All types of creatives. Yeah, creatives like film directors, jewelry makers, creative content, creative directors. So I'm very lucky to just have said, hey, are you guys willing to jump in and have this turn out for me? And they were like, yo, let's go. So it was super cool. And the fact that it's even usable, because my manager's like, okay, we need a video for this. I'm like, I actually have a visual for this. And it ended up working out. So really excited about that.
Nice. It absolutely is. All right, I think Jesse, you have like a rapid fire question round.
Okay, so I like doing this. It's always a little bit different. So it kind of twists the interview a bit.
Yes, let's do it.
I want to ask like 60-second like rapid fire question. They're random answers. They're totally like simple stuff. So you shouldn't have to think about it too much.
Should I go get a drink?
Maybe. No.
Let's go. I'm ready.
All right. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. In 3, 2, 1. First question. Favorite season?
Summer.
All right. Favorite meal?
Oh, anything Greek and Mexican.
All right. Left-handed or right-handed?
Right.
Do you like to drive?
I am the master of driving.
Apple or Android?
Apple.
Mac or PC then?
Mac.
Okay. Coke or Pepsi?
Don't drink those drinks.
Okay, well, it kind of mixes my next one. Is it soda or pop?
Huh?
Is it soda or pop? Do you call it pop or do you call it soda?
Oh, when soda? Soda.
Okay. Jelly or jam?
Jelly.
All right. Toast bread cut off, like with no crust or crust?
Crust. Like
all the crust. Yeah. Favorite type of ice cream?
Chocolate chip cookie dough.
All right. First celebrity crush?
What is she?
Wait.
He's like, I don't know.
Matthew McConaughey.
Matthew, okay. That's
that's awesome.
And that superpower you wish you had?
I'm such a geek. I love X-Men. I'm
Okay.
gonna be like telepathic. I'm like the freaking Phoenix. I'm Jean. I could do everything. I could fly. I could read your mind. I could move shit. Yeah, that's me.
All right, well that was about a minute. That was great. That was good.
Rapid fire round.
No more? I'm like, oh shit. Like,
Do you want here? All right. I'll give you last one.
Okay.
One job you never want to do ever again.
Oh my. You know what? I will say this. Shout out to, I want to give the proper title, the cleaning department of the world, aka the garbage collectors.
Oh yeah.
Because I think one time my mom was like when I was a kid, like, go throw out the garbage, it stinks. And then when you go and it's like, bleh, I don't know how they do it. I can't get close to it. It's horrible. That's a
It's
job.
Horrible. Much respect.
It's mad
Much respect.
In the summer,
but
it's like
I just
even
can't.
worse. It's stinky. And then the only other times like that it's not that, it's super ice cold out. So shout out to the garbage
just
men.
shout out. That was
one
one of my chores. That was one of my chores with my mom. No matter rain, snow, whatever, like, go throw out the garbage. I'm like, no. But I had to because I got to do what Mama says. So.
All right, that was good. How'd you like that?
All right, MJ.
That's great.
At Constance, we have this. We're about to bring these watches back. Check it out. We had these like 8
dope.
years
Grind
ago.
time.
They're called Grind.
Yo, where my watch at? Where my watch at? That's so cool.
All right, yeah. See, so they're called Grind Time watches, and Grind
So
Time is
cool.
all about pursuing your passion and being on the grind. What we're gonna need to do is, because we're literally bringing them back. We had these a long time ago, but they're coming back soon. When we get them in, we're gonna get your address. We're gonna get you some watches. Bet?
What's up?
Okay, but Grind
Yes.
Time is all about being on your passion and being on the grind, pursuing what you love. We know you love music, but when it's not music, what else are you doing when you're on the grind that you're passionate about?
Man, anything that has to do with creatives, like I know that is kind of winded with music, but I like to create my own content, like a lot that what you see, like for instance on my Instagram, anything moving characters or graphics or making videos. I really like being a nerd on my phone and just creating different shit. But when it doesn't have to do with, okay, let's put music creative aside, I really like working out. I do like the gym. I like working on new things on my body, a new regimen, a hit interval training or running. I do like working out, yoga. I like to take care of my tempo. It's actually how I stay grounded and focused.
Right.
But yeah, other than those things that have to do with career, if it's not music, I love me some movies. I'm a great lounger.
Oh,
Wow.
I didn't ask that. Favorite movie? Then?
What movies? Top movies?
Oh my God. Okay. There's so many, but my ultimate favorite that I could watch a million billion times and I know every line is Back to the Future.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
is
Back
that
to the
all
Future is
three,
number
or
one.
is that just the first one?
I love all three, but always the first one because just the minds behind it, how it was created. I've seen the documentary, all the no's that they received, the music, what John Williams, what they did to it. I'm also like a big nerd when it comes to composers and just the music and just everything. It's one of my favorite movies ever. I love it so
Are you more
much.
sci-fi? Are you more on the sci-fi genre?
Drama, sci-fi. I'll tell you what I don't do. I don't do scary. I don't do horror.
All right.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
But everything other than that, I'm a go.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
But yes, my favorite
that's
movie. Like
great.
also Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, like the old
Classic.
yeah,
The original. I was
super
gonna say
classic.
it's got to be the original.
Yeah, that
Yes.
definitely.
Yes.
Nice.
Because the new one is cool, but it's like very dark because it's that type of movies, which is cool. But no, the original, Coming to America, duh, of course, that's one of my
Did you see
favorites.
the new one?
Heck yeah, of course I did. That shit was
What did
hilarious.
you think? What did you think about this one? Because I've heard not so. Okay, what
Yeah,
I haven't heard. I haven't seen it.
I mean, I give it its props, and I think it gets a pass because it was done so many years later. So the concept and new graphics and digital, of course, it's gonna look different. And
Yeah, it's modern.
it's modernized. I'll always go back to the first one. It has its own magic and the fact of how it was
Right.
created. But I can appreciate Coming to America too because Eddie Murphy and Arsenio Hall bringing all these people together and really representing their culture, bringing Gladys Knight and Salt and Pepper. It was more like, yo, all the people he knows in one movie. Forget if it's corny or whack or stars. Let's look at the people and the essence and the African music that they brought to us in where we are now. So a lot of kids and people are being introduced to some new styles and music that have always been there, but I'm sure they wouldn't have known if they didn't see Coming to America. So I enjoyed it for what that represented. But as far as like, you know, the plot and everything, it's like, all right, you know, it's cool. But I did laugh, and I'm gonna actually go see Coming to America again because I just saw it.
All right.
So,
Well, hey, maybe you gotta check out Coming to America too. I know the soundtrack seems pretty dope. Where can everybody that's tuned in find out more about our? I guess if you already have your social media, but you want to plug it one more time.
sure, anything. You can find me right under my name, MJ Songstress. So if you are on Spotify, MJ Songstress, Apple Music, Tidal, Deezer, YouTube, MJ Songstress, Instagram, Facebook, MJ Songstress, TikTok, Triller, MJ Songstress.
Yeah.
So all you got to do is follow the name.
They gotta go check out Carousel. Yes. We're gonna play this right now. We're gonna play it again. Before we say bye, we gotta like dance. We have like a dance off. Send you off with like dancing carousel. So hold on.
Yes. Oh, I gotta stand up. Okay, right. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Hey. Oh, you really get.
Yes. Let's go. You got dance with us? Yeah, what's up?
Hey.
Hey.
Prince. Get it. Get it.
We appreciate you so much, MJ.
Thank you guys.
Your music is awesome. Like, it gets us moving.
Get it.
Here goes. We hope you have an amazing day.
Thank you. You too.
You gotta catch up. You gotta come to check out the studio, right? You gotta give us that
I promise you. I'm gonna follow you guys right now. I'm gonna try to find your individual stuff too, but I definitely will be hitting you guys up.
Yes. All right. Sweet.
Bye.
Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you. You
And
too.
everybody that's watching right now, enjoy the rest of your guys' day. Enjoy this week, guys.
Thank you guys. Bye.